All right, first of all, I'd like to greet everyone present in this room. My name is Trần Phương Uyên and I'll be presenting about my project, Chef Cat. First of all, overview. I'll be doing a little bit of self-introduction and gameplay before my own critique and playthrough. We will be playing through the game. 1. Self-introduction. I have many hobbies. I think that you heard of it during the video. It's about researching about science, coding, arts, and stuff like that. And while it sounds like a lot, I sound really smart, but that just means that I spend a lot of time on my computer, and it got so bad that during 5th grade summer, my dad had to sign me up to 2 coding classes. One is robotics and one is programming, just so that I have something to do. In those classes, I learned about stuff and got to make some projects like Monet's memory test and Bongo Cat. 2. Gameplay. My game title is Chef Cat. It's a game about the life of a poor cook trying to cook in a fit standard with the hopes of obtaining enough good stars or reviews. It's like a quizzing game. With each order that a customer puts out for you, then you will have to answer 5 questions. If you get more than 3 questions correctly, then your review stars or scores increase by 1. Otherwise, it will decrease or stay the same. By the time that your stars or reviews get over 30, then you will win the game. But if it gets under 5, then you lose. My question sources are divided into 4 categories: school textbooks, online quizzes, and some other online sources like documents and chat forums, as well as YouTube videos. Now, to talk about the process of making the game, I'd like to introduce about my first project, my original idea, Michelle Bear, Monster Bear. It's a game about a girl abusing drugs in order to escape from her hard daily life. But in doing so, her mental health worsens, and that's my connection with the stay healthy topic. But I just discovered that it had little to no correlation with the topic, stay healthy. So I abandoned the project altogether to start a new one. For the new project, I gained my inspiration from some things like games and YouTube videos. From those inspirations, I got to draw out some of my own sprites and art in order to put in my game. So I'm pretty glad that I finished the game just in time because I'm very proud of my game. It was entirely made by me, and I did not take much art. No, I didn't take any art at all from the internet. Another big source of motivation for me, this is kind of personal, is that before I was born, my eldest sister passed away because of bacterial infection from diseased foods. And I guess that's why I started to make the questions detailed and extremely accurate, even though that when I was making the game, I was undergoing a lot of exam pressure, midterms and end terms. It was kind of a lot, and I have horrible time management. Third is critique. For self-reflect, I think I did a pretty good job. Presentation-wise, I did a thorough presentation speech, and there was a finalized education game, especially since there's significant progress compared to my original project, Michelle Bear, Monster Bear. But I still think that there are a few things that I can add to the game. Things like a prize reward system, a leaderboard system, a more detailed and showcased backstory, and just make the game more interactive overall. It's still a very plain game in my opinion. Thank you for listening. I'm going to wrap it up here. All right, this is the game. This is the menu screen, and you can press play. This is the part where it shows the backstory of the game. It's a very lazy part of the game. At the restaurant you work at, the owner has passed, leaving their legacy to their only employee, which is you. But as you're not trained thoroughly enough about cooking and managing the service, your restaurant name struggles to hold itself up. In the midst of such cold, desperate times, you could only wish for just enough star reviews. Alright, day starts. The yellow arrow is a symbol for just another new order. You click on it, and it will show a set of questions. Which type of food group is yogurt classified as? Now this one, does anyone want to answer this question? Dairy. Yes, that is the correct answer. This is the question that I got wrong in elementary school, and I'm still pretty salty about it. Which of these is not considered as a starchy vegetable? It's corn, kumara, yam, and cauliflower. This one is a hard one, so I'll just do it. Corn is definitely a starchy vegetable. Kumara and yam are basically just different variables of potato, so it leaves the answer, cauliflower. Which type of milk has the most protein per glass? This is also very hard. I'm still going to ask that to someone though. Hey, Kaden, do you want to try? Kaden. Which of these do you think is the answer? You think almond milk. Okay, thank you for your answer. And it is wrong. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
I don't know that.
No, it's okay. Trim milk is the answer. And why, I can explain it. Trim milk is basically milk with all of the fat contents removed. So when the fat content is removed, all the other components of milk moves up a grade. That's why trim milk is so rich in protein and vitamins and minerals. Coconut oil is unhealthier than olive oil. I think we need to speed this up since there's not much time left. The answer is unhealthier than olive oil. Overconsumption of meat may increase the odds of which disease? Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, gout, or osteoarthritis? Alzheimer's and schizophrenia is a sort of psychological disease, and osteoarthritis, based on the name, I'm guessing it's a bone disease, so it leaves gout. That is all of the questions of this set, and since we got most of it correct, we got 1 point increased. For the next set, we're just going to answer all of the questions incorrectly just to see the points move down. Can you click onto the next order, please? Okay. This is the ending. Congratulations, after a long period of hardship, you have proven yourself worthy of customer trust. The real journey starts from here, and you can exit the game.
Thank you. That was a very factually insightful presentation. I'm just curious about the game, right? Is it supposed to be more engagement, or is it kind of a quiz kind of gameplay?
It's just a quiz kind of gameplay. That's all I have for now.
I see. So do you plan to add more to it in terms of gameplay, or you just add different features and progress?
I think I'll just add both if I have the time. I'm still learning a lot in school, and there's a lot of exams coming up. But I would love to add more features like multiplayer and leaderboard, stuff that I mentioned before.
So when you say you were a serious gamer, what kind of game did you like to play?
What kind of games that I played? When I was small, I played games that has cats in it because I love cats. Things like A Cat's Tale, and it's a cat's tail, yeah. A Cat's Tale, and it's a cat about a stray cat, and it's a game about a stray cat trying to survive on the streets every day. And there's other games like Cooking Mama, a really popular game. And one of my oldest childhood games, Good Pizza, Great Pizza. It was a bonding game between me and my sisters, which I really love.
Thank you. So I think you have a lot of potential. I think you have the technical skills, you have a lot of insight, and you're reflective. What's your plan for the future? Do you want to pursue this career coding and doing games, or anything that you like in particular?
Yes, I really love coding. It gives me some time to do whatever I want. It's like I get to put some of my other passions into a game, like drawing and science facts. I love researching about all of it. So being able to pursue this career means that I get to pursue a lot of other of my passions in one, and I feel really glad for that.
Thanks for sharing. Miss Boo. And I would like to invite Mr. Boo.
Okay. I was just, wow, it's really cute. At the first time when I start this game, yeah. And also the music is very good, very relaxed. I have a question that when I press for example, the right arrow, but when the tab is seems that when it encounters an invisible obstacle, it can back and move to the left.
Yes.
Is this on purpose or
Yes.
because it's not following my arrow key?
Oh, that is a purposeful feature because I'm trying to prevent the cat from walking onto the walls and floating. So that's my way of stopping the cat from going any further.
Okay, so that's your solution for it.
Yes.
Another question about product development. For example, if I raise a request, a new feature request for you, something like, can you please help me to customize the question? So maybe adding more questions easily for an operator to operate the game. How will you analyze the request and implement it?
You're asking me, hypothetically, if you ask me to add more questions,
Yeah.
then it's just the same mundane task, actually. That's what I did with all of the other question sets. I just duplicate what I had for my previous sets, and I just change the sprite just slightly bit in order to change the question. But that's basically a lot of really mundane, boring tasks. So it's very repetitive and not much to analyze, honestly.
Okay. Great, thanks for that.
And Mr. Boo. We have more than 1 minute left.
Okay, my first question for you is which tool or framework or technology site you use to develop this game?
To what? Can you repeat it?
So which tool or framework or programming languages you use to develop this game?
To make this project, this was a game basic project. So I didn't really learn much of coding while I was making this game. It was a lot of drag and drop blocks. Not really much coding added into until recently. And it's just variables in GameMaker. And it's basic coding. I am not exactly sure of the language, but it's just drag and drop. Really easy.
Okay, so this one you was making by GameMaker, right?
Yes.
So could you tell me about what did you learn from making this game in terms of learning coding or some kind of technical problem that you solve or some kind of bugs that you fix in the project?
I think some of the things that I learned is that I should probably take it easy and not rush it, because at the first version of the game, I definitely rushed it and the game crashed and I lost all of my progress, basically. And another thing that I learned is that maybe I don't need to make things so hard, because at first, while I was problem solving all of the bugs in the game, I encountered some really easy bugs, but I overthought it and just made a really difficult solution for it. That's why the game crashed in the first place. So in the second version, I discovered a really easy way to solve the problem in the first place, and I think that's what I got out of making the game. Just think of it, just take it slow and think of it with your time. Take your time.
Okay, my last question. So you are really special in this contest. So if you had something to say at the contestants, what will you say? What will you share to them?
I don't have much to say for them, but I still think that they all did a great job and their project was way better than mine. It's not as basic as mine, honestly, but their projects were way more complicated, and it was fun to watch them present as well. I had a lot of fun while hanging out with them in this room here on both Sunday and today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing a great job.